Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that lovely brutal OST and that break as we have returned with the remainder of the broadcast. We have 3 matches remaining here tonight for ESL Open Cup Americas number 216. We have the semifinals. The semifinals are before us. It is going to be MaxPax versus Astrea, followed by Hero versus Solar, and then we have the grand finals, those grand finales thereafter. So plenty to look forward to. Strap yourselves in for a rematch from yesterday, from last night. Again, MaxPax and Astrea, they did just face off, and it was a pretty interesting matchup. Basically, MaxPax defended against an all-in and executed his own all-in against Astrea. Like, he was just all over him. Actually, if I remember correctly, I think it was just 2 all-ins in a row. It was MaxPax just abusing Astrea's economic opener. I remember his game on Site Delta. But we'll see how their dynamic changes here tonight as we get into their next best of 3. Oh boy, here we go. As a reminder, the winner of this series advances on to the grand finals. And game 1, this time, going to be on Ocean Board. Let's go. Now, if you guys want a little bit of a recap as to what happened the last time they faced off, if you weren't here for it yesterday, essentially, we had Astrea out-greeting MaxPax. Astrea was going for these gate expand openers. Meanwhile, MaxPax is going for double gas openers instead, and MaxPax was able to punish the greed of Astrea. Whereas Astrea was trying to out-greed MaxPax, MaxPax was like, okay, you want a faster Nexus than my Nexus? Okay, I'll just all-in you. And as a result, MaxPax was able to have his way with Astrea in that scenario in those games. But we'll see if that does continue as we're getting into game number 1. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Oceanborn, we have our Danish Protoss player, the blue Protoss representing Sidestorm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the American Protoss, the red Protoss player. Representing himself, currently teamless, it is Astrea. Here we go. As for the time being, we do have a gate expand set up here by MaxPax, gate expand by Astrea. Very similar to the last time we saw Astrea versus MaxPax. MaxPax is going for a double gas opener. If you're curious the way this works, MaxPax, even though he's known for his quote-unquote gate expands, that's not really what he does. He goes for 2 gases, which means he goes for a Cybercore into a Stargate, followed by a delayed expansion. That's typically how MaxPax does open up. Now, when you open up double gas like this, you can choose to be inefficient, and you can choose to skip the Stargate and go straight for the Nexus if you want. The option is open to you. Meanwhile, Astrea opens up with a single gas geyser, going for a gate into... oh, actually going for a 2-gate opener. Okay, it's going to be a 2-gate opener, followed by the Cybercore. Interesting. Zealot is on the way. And MaxPax does see this. He does confirm the 2-gate opener. He's aware of what's going on. We'll see if Astrea can break the defenses of MaxPax. And we'll see how economic Astrea is going to be. As we can see, MaxPax delaying the expansion. Zealot is being forced out. Zealot goes across the map. Is not going to stay at home to stop the pylon. Uh-oh. Very interesting here. MaxPax also calling out his own Zealot. The Zealot action is about to begin. It's upon us as... oh, never mind. They avoid each other. Never mind. I thought they were going to clash. There's that Stargate that we spoke about. Again, double gas opener means faster Stargate for MaxPax. That's going to be for Void Rays and Oracles. Astrea going to try and delay the expansion of MaxPax. And he's going for his own. You can see here, going straight into that expansion. Delays his... I almost said Phoenix. Delays his additional Stalkers. He made 2. Skips his 3rd and 4th, going straight for that Nexus instead. And again, we'll see if MaxPax can hold. We'll see if he can survive this. Stalkers, they have arrived. They're going straight for the shield battery. Shield battery is under fire. Stalker on the way. Pylon going to be cancelled. MaxPax can now expand, but can he deal with these Stalkers? Again, Astrea, he can't outrange his opponent. But there's a shield battery. And yeah, MaxPax, he does hold. He does hold on to his natural. Now, Astrea will have a faster Nexus, technically. That is true. We'll have the faster expansion. Meanwhile, with the Oracle production, we can harass. We can go straight for the mineral line, straight for some probe kills. Shield batteries are on the way. Astrea, he saw the Stargate. He knows that Oracles are coming. He's getting ready for it. Astrea is getting ready for those oracles back at home with that shield battery. MaxPax, meanwhile, on the way. If he wants to, MaxPax, he could come together with the oracle. Goes down the revelation, gets eyes on the Twilight Council, is aware of the further tech. But he could consolidate his army and try to break the natural base. But yeah, Astrea, he should have enough. Warpins away for Stalkers. Forces back the army. Oh! MaxPax getting very low with that Stalker. Is being forced back. And Astrea is in a pretty good position. Like, he's got his natural up and running. And Adept does shade in. Does get 2 probe kills. Outside of that, Astrea's looking okay. Meanwhile, we have gone from 1 Oracle now to 2. And 2 Oracles, 1-shot workers. A shield battery is not enough to defend. Thankfully, Astrea is in position with a handful of Stalkers. He's ready here to receive. But is it going to be enough? He does come in with a 3rd Stalker. And it looks like he will zone back MaxPax. Oh, as I say that, though, he does commit. 4 probes go down. But MaxPax is going to lose an Oracle. Not the best trade from our blue Protoss. 1 Oracle for 4 workers. Meanwhile, behind this, we're getting into a Twilight Council of our own. Blink. 3 more gates on the way. This looks like a 2-base all-in. I mean, it's 4 gateways for now, which is okay. This could just be a safe opener. This can still lead into a 3rd. It could lead into a 3rd, or it could lead to something else. My eyes are on this probe. As 4 gates can very quickly turn into 6, and very quickly turn into an all-in, as it looks like we are setting up for a proxy gateway across the map. Yeah, warping in more Stalkers. Astrea sticking with 2 gateways. It looks like Astrea wants to go for a faster 3rd, so Astrea is going to have an economic follow-up. There it is, a 3rd base is on the way. Meanwhile, we're going for a 2-base all-in. It's happening. Oh boy. Probe is moving out. I do like this from MaxPax. Sending his probe towards a 3rd base location. 3rd base is on the way. But I believe we should be throwing down a gateway. Pylon is now done. Just waiting for those resources. Well, as we do catch out the Stalkers. Oh my god. 1, 2, almost 3 Stalkers go down. MaxPax getting ready for his proxy. We catch another Stalker. Astrea in a lot of trouble, actually. Bleeding out a little bit too much. Adepts, they try to harass. MaxPax, he does manage to be in position. He does shut them down. Oh, it does get an Adept. Only 1 shades in. We warp in. We also clean this up. And now MaxPax can focus on his own push. He can focus on his own aggression. And here he is. He's across the map. His goal here is to break the 3rd. We'll see if he can. There we go. Reinforcements on the way. Now, back at home, Astrea, he has a shield battery. He has an Immortal. He will soon have an overcharge. I think Astrea can hold on. It's going to be close, though. Does depend on how many Stalkers we have, because MaxPax, he has double the Stalker count. Ay, ay, ay. 15 Stalkers. And he dives on the army, dives on the Immortal. And the Immortal will go down. Overcharge, not good enough. Well, as I say that, here comes another Immortal. Just in time. Just in time to defend, just in time to deflect the army. Astrea, he did bleed out his shield battery and an Immortal, but he's still barely holding on. And MaxPax backs off. Oh, triggers the shields. Dives on top of the army once again. Gets the Immortal. And here come reinforcements. He did come in with some more Stalker warp-ins. Boys are being pulled. Astrea, he was so close to getting away with this 3rd base. So close to getting away with the economy. 13 probes go down, and just like that, Astrea, he plummets in his worker count. He holds, but at what cost? Looks like the Oracle goes down here at the natural. Astrea, he's now down almost 20 workers. MaxPax, his own 3rd base is fully saturated. Again, his gateway explosion did pay off. He was able to punish the faster 3rd base of Astrea. He wasn't able to break him, but punish him nonetheless. And now Astrea, he's stuck at home, working on his own +1. Now, what I will say is that Astrea, his +1 timing is going to be a little bit stronger. A little bit. Astrea does have faster +1. Does have the Immortals as well. Immortal, even, as he only has 1. So Astrea will have certain advantages, but more probes going down. We got 2 workers here at the third. MaxPax doing such a great job here just picking Astrea apart. Ay, ay, ay. And now we're taking a 4th. We're going to be saturating that 4th base as well. Dark Shrine on the way, because why not? I don't think the Dark Shrine is necessary, I'll be honest, but it's on the way. So we can just harass and just keep Astrea on the back foot. Do we have an observer? We do have 1 observer for Astrea. It's moving out across the map. Won't be at home to defend. Not yet, at least. Oh, we may. He sees! Yeah, MaxPax, he's hunting the observer. Does spot it, coming in with his own. And Astrea's gonna get the hell out of there. As the observer takes a couple of hits. No, it stops moving. Thankfully, Astrea, he does get away with it. Collapses on the army. He comes in with his own immortal. Yeah, MaxPax, he gets caught out. Lured into the army. And he does need to retreat. At the same time, Zellaramite catches the 4th, forces to cancel. Astrea's going to keep on pushing. Does have a bit of momentum on his side. But here come the charge lots, and we do have a shield battery. Overcharge, defender's advantage. Reinforcements are on the way. Charge isn't done, by the way. I thought it was. My apologies. Charge just started. So slow loss to reinforce. I think MaxPax also thought it started. Yeah, he's chronoing it now. Bit of an oversight there by MaxPax, but he shuts down the Immortal. Forces back the army. MaxPax, he maintains his 4th and his economic lead. MaxPax, he is still up 20 workers. And Astrea is pretty all in. Pretty all in at this point. It would be on Astrea that I would say, like, okay, we need like a Dark Shrine for DTs or Disruptors or something crazy here for Astrea to come back. But it's MaxPax with the DTs. They're in the prison. They're headed for the main. Now, DT does run into the army. Very fortunate for Astrea. At the same time, War Prism slipping into the main base as well. We have a cannon at the third, but no cannon in the main. Yeah, workers are going down. A lot of denied mining time. Ay, ay, ay. That's going to be 3 dead workers. At the same time, the main army is going to be clashing. Charge finally finishing up. As we go for another big warp in here into the main base, just keeping Astrea busy. As MaxPax sees Luna just break on through, he's being forced back. The Immortals weren't able to take part in that fight. Unfortunately. But we have another DT here at the natural. 10 workers go down. We kill some gas geysers as well. Now, Astrea does have a larger army. That's something to consider here. He does have a pretty massive Stalker force. He's got 33 Stalkers. No Immortals. A handful of Zealots. So, Astrea, by committing this hard into Stalkers, there's a world where maybe he can outposition MaxPax and catch him off guard. The whole position micro, a little bit brutal there as more Zealots are getting picked up. Good trade from MaxPax. Even though he's down in Stalkers, he makes up for it in the Immortals. As it looks like MaxPax was missing some reinforcement waves, some warp-ins. Zealots, they come in to reinforce. They're coming in, and it looks like Astrea is barely breaking through those Zealots. But is being forced back to the overcharge. MaxPax pulling back, and he's just waiting for more Zealots before coming back in. He's on 5 bases. Astrea just now getting his 4th up. As Astrea maintains that Stalker lead, has a better concave. As he's dancing with the main army, we do have a big DT counterattack. We have Shadow Stride! We dive into the mineral line, we focus down whatever we can. Shield batteries fall. Or we even recall. We recall back home, preserving the army. Preserving those Dark Templar. Astrea throwing down cannons. Trying to wall up, trying to fortify himself. Does have 4... Oh my god, he has observers everywhere. 4 observers out for Astrea. And again, he's got a pretty comparable army. Like, his economy is in shambles, don't get me wrong. But at this point, I would say that MaxPax maybe invested too much of his supply into his economy. He's hurting him more than helping him. MaxPax, he's on 99 probes. We don't need this many. It's ay. Just nonsense. He's still making more, by the way. He's making 2 more. He's crazy. Zealots and DTs, they get into natural. They get another 10 workers. They go straight for the Robo. The Robo is going to go down. MaxPax, he blinks the hell out of there. He's up to 101 probes. Ay. Again, this is going to be hurting MaxPax when he maxes out. Like, his army isn't going to be as large as it should be. So hopefully we throw away some of these. He's making more. Stop. Oh my god. MaxPax. Stop macroing MaxPax. Oh my god. We're up to 102. Can we keep going? I mean, the plus side is that if Astrea ever counterattacks, MaxPax, he can afford to lose some workers. It would be good for him to lose them. Maybe that's what he's used to. It's very TY-esque. As we do get forced back again. If you remember TY, people would ask him, because he would go up to over 100 SCVs in ZVT as we're breaking into the natural as well. DTs, they are slowly pushing through. There is detection. Astrea holding on at the same time. A mass amount of DTs in the main. Oh my god, how many Dark Templar do we have? 12. 12 Dark Templar. We collapse on the forge. We focus it down. +3 is denied. And what more do we want? What more could we ask for? More DTs being deflected here. But I was gonna say, if you remember, this is back in early Legacy, I think, or maybe, I think it was early Legacy. TY was asked about, like, why he gets over 100 SCVs. I think it was in a winner's interview. And he said that, like, well, he expects to lose SCVs. He expects SCVs to die, so he just overmakes them. So he's, like, in a good position, like, even if he loses, like, 10 plus SCVs to, like, a run by. It's like, ah, it makes sense. Like, it worked. It did work for TY. Unfortunately, here, we're not losing any probes. So it feels bad, man. Feels bad. I think that was late hard this one. As yeah, we do see as we do see Astrea getting picked apart here, and unfortunately he was just pulled apart left and right by the DT, harassed by the Zealots as well. Again, lost map control a long time ago, and MaxPax, he was able to get away with quite a lot there. GG, well played. MaxPax takes game number 1. GG. There were some moments for Astrea, is what I will say. There were some decent moments for him. If you remember, the initial Oracle opener from from MaxPax didn't really achieve too much. But winding it back, if you remember, it was when Astrea was taking his 3rd. The big difference in their, in kind of the direction of our 2 players here was Astrea. Off of 2 gateways, off of 2 gate blink, he went straight for a 3rd to try to be greedy to get away with it. And if you remember, MaxPax went up to 4 gateways, delayed his 3rd base, went for extra Stalker warp-ins, and there was that big moment at the 3rd base where he didn't break Astrea, but he took a massive worker lead. That was the moment when MaxPax got ahead by 20 workers and never really lost that lead. He just crippled the economy despite the greedy follow-up of Astrea, despite the economic outlook on the game that Astrea was trying to go for. He was shut down. And from that moment, he's just behind, right? Because he's down in production, he's down in economy, down in bases, he doesn't have map control. From that moment forward, MaxPax kind of took the reins there. We saw that Astrea at times was able to get a larger army, that's true, but he couldn't really sustain himself. He couldn't really support many losses, and he never moved out, right? If I'm not mistaken, I don't think post 3-base setup. I don't think Astrea was ever able to move out on the map and ever able to be aggressive and be assertive. The map control from MaxPax was just a little bit too much to handle. GG. GG, well played. And now we're getting into game numero dos. Let's go. Oh, interesting. On Equilibrium. Okay, the map was not vetoed. I'm ready for it. I am ready for it here. Equilibrium, of course, a very large map, and the map pool has gold bases that could be taken by either one of our players. We'll see if anyone is feeling up to the task and feeling frisky enough to take a fast gold. And here we go, spawning in the top right-hand corner of Equilibrium. We have our Danish Protoss player. The blue Protoss representing Psystorm Gaming, leading the series 1-0. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the American Protoss player down in this series, looking to fight back, representing himself, currently teamless, looking for a team deserving to be on a team, as he is the best player in all of the Americas. It is Astrea. Here we go. As we do have MaxPax going for his gateway on the low ground setup, as he usually does. Meanwhile, Astrea going for a gateway on the high ground instead. Now, this could be a gate expand as well. It could be a gate into Cybercore, into Nexus, or we could see a second gateway. Both are viable, both are available here to Astrea. As a probe scout is coming in. And there it is. There's that second gateway from Astrea. Is on the way. So 2 gate opener from our red Protoss player. And that means that Astrea, he has an option. He has a choice to make. Do we go for a 1-base all-in? Do we try to 1-base all-in MaxPax, as he this time went for a gate expand? There we go. So MaxPax, he went for a single gas in the main base, which means no Stargate. It means straight up gateway into Nexus. The greediest, the most economic opener you can go for in a PvP. MaxPax, he's asking to be all in. And will Astrea answer the call? Probe Scout was late for Astrea. He's now coming in. And Astrea, he has an option. Okay, here we go. We see MaxPax, he's checking for the goal base. Astrea, he's going for it. Or at least he thought about it. Probe did arrive, but they do scout each other. Worker scout from Astrea, getting across the map. Does get eyes on the wall. Saw how late the Cybercore was, which means he knows that we've expanded. He's checking to make sure that the gold wasn't taken. Will he take it himself? He will! Let's go. How do you take the gold on Equilibrium? You take your opponent's gold. Oh my god. Okay. So with this gold base, this also creates a launch pad for the bases here of MaxPax. So we can push in, we can be aggressive, we can be assertive. Astrea, he comes in with the scout, confirming, of course, that it was a faster Nexus. Delayed Stargate here for MaxPax. And how will Astrea piece this all together, as he will lose the worker? Probe goes down. Stalkers are moving out across the map, going for 2 more gateways behind this. Again, this should be a 2-base all-in from Astrea. He should be hyper-aggressive. The goal here is to apply as much pressure as he can with these Stalkers. As remember, Astrea, he has a Stalker advantage because of the 2-gate opener. So he has a larger ground army. His goal here is to contain MaxPax while he takes the gold. Checking the vision here, MaxPax, he has scouted the goal base. He knows. He is aware. Void Ray is in production. Stalker's going to be trading. Gas is being taken. Shield battery on the way to support the army. And this is, again, going to be a spicy one, Bappy. Let's go. How do we piece this all together? All 4 gateways are up and running. Astrea, make sure he doesn't get supply blocked, is going for the recall here towards the gold. Void Ray has arrived, but the shield battery is almost done. Ooh, and is this the fight today? Because we are going to catch out the Void Ray. Couple more volleys in the Void Ray. Una más. Oh, will barely survive. MaxPax, not quite punished for it. We'll lose a Stalker, but that was a 2-for-1 trade. See here, a good trade for MaxPax. Still though, again, he's down in production, he's down in Stalkers, now he's going to be falling further behind. And the economy is still up and running. Oracle coming in, trying to punish it. Gets a probe. Gets 1 worker. Astrea not quite in position. Warping in more reinforcements. They are on the way. On the way here. As we do see, oh god, how many do we have? 10 Stalkers for Astrea up against the 2 of MaxPax. Is this going to be enough? We only have 1 Void Ray. Oh, I'm a little bit shocked. Only 1 Void Ray to defend. We didn't get into a second. Uh-oh. And the Void Ray gets shut down. Got a little bit too low. Shield Battery going to be going down as well. And Astrea, he breaks through. He breaks in. Boys are being pulled. MaxPax, he gets caught with his pants down, waiting for his gateways to kick in. Stopping a Void Ray production, and that may just be it, as so many probes are falling here. There are 3 Stalkers left. Now we're down to 2 Stalkers remaining here for MaxPax. Shield Battery's almost done, but it will be focused down. That's a kill, not a cancel. A kill on the Shield Battery. Yeah, we focus down another Stalker. There's 1 left. And now there's none left. Workers are falling left and right. We're going for another warp in here on the low ground. Another Shield Battery's on the way. Oracle doing what he can, but that's 17 dead workers. And MaxPax, Astrea, he has broken MaxPax. GG gets called. Astrea ties up the series 1-1. GG. MaxPax being a little bit too greedy there. I don't think MaxPax was aware of the 3rd and 4th gateway of Astrea. In fact, he wasn't aware. If you remember, with the Oracle opener, MaxPax, he was focusing his Oracle and harassing the gold. He did not get across the map. He did not go across the map. He didn't see how many gateways there were. If he was aware of the 3rd and 4th gateway, I imagine that MaxPax would have continued Void Ray production. I think he assumed that it was going to be a little bit of a greedier build and he would have a little bit less to worry about, which is why he was caught with his pants down. He just did not have enough to defend. He was waiting for his gateways to finish up, to focus on Stalker warp-ins. He had foregone Void Ray production, and he needed them to be safe. He needed them to survive to get into all those gateways, to get into Stalker production. GG. GG, well played. MaxPax, not something you see too often, but he was caught with his pants down there, and the 2-base all-in works. 2-base all-in does come to fruition there. GG, well played. Congratulations to Astrea for forcing the ace match, but how will this story end? How will this story end as we're getting ready for game number 3? We're going to be loading into Hecate. Let's go. Let us go. But Astrea already performing better than yesterday. Remember, yesterday in the 215th edition of ESL Open Cup Americas, it was a 2-0 in favor of MaxPax. MaxPax 2-0 Astrea here. I love the build that we were able to whip out on Equilibrium. Again, it's very unique to the map because of the goal base. But now we're getting into a map that doesn't have much of a goal. Technically has half a gold, but it's not worth it. Not worth it. Not worth rushing into. As spawning in the top right-hand corner of Hecate, we have our Danish Protoss player, the blue Protoss representing Storm Gaming, forced into the ace match, into a game 3. Can he bounce back? It is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the American Protoss player, the red Protoss representing himself. Currently teamless, looking for a team, forcing the ace match, tying things up. Can he go the distance? It is Astrea. Here we go. Rogue Scout coming in. MaxPax once again going for the gate expand setup here on the low ground. This time, double gas. This time it's going to be a double gas opener. This time he is going for a Stargate before expand, or at least he has a setup to go Stargate before expansion. Meanwhile, Astrea going for a very greedy opener, gate expand from Astrea, with the gateway on the high ground. And MaxPax will confirm this. So this is the greediest opener you could go for from the side of Astrea. We saw this last time. We saw this the last time they faced, and MaxPax punished this so hard. Like, MaxPax showed us that he is willing to himself go all in and punish the greed of Astrea. We'll see if he can do it again. So MaxPax, he confirms the timing of the gases, how late the gas is. He does confirm the timing of the CC, of the Nexus. So technically, Astrea has the better economy than MaxPax, and MaxPax, he has the option to be aggressive. Now, he should still expand, but again, the pressure is going to be on MaxPax instead to be assertive and to be in the face of Astrea. And with this, we should be going for, yep, there's that Stargate. Stargate before expand. This will be for Oracle production. And with Oracles, we can harass and we can try to get some economic damage done. Kill some workers, and we need to kill some workers. Otherwise, MaxPax will fall behind. Oh, Astrea being so annoying. Going for the pylon block. Does lay the nexus here of MaxPax. Does delay the expand. You see MaxPax now taking his own natural base. Perhaps they have come across each other. Astrea shooting first. We're coming in with the Zealot. Oh! Zealot has arrived. Again, initial units just bouncing off each other. Astrea following this up with additional gateways, going up to 3 gateways back at home, which has been scouted. MaxPax does shade in. Uh-oh. And he does get a probe. Gets 1. Can he get 2? He will get a second probe as well. Will he get a third? So far, good damage. He will get a third probe. Does he get a 4th? This is becoming too much for one adept. He gets 4 probe kills in the main base. At the same time, Zealot wreaking havoc at the naturals. So much lost mine time here for Astrea. Despite the faster expansion, Astrea, oh, he's being pulled apart. That is so much. Just, again, reduced mining. A big blow to the economy of Astrea. And the Oracle does arrive. Won't get any damage done yet, though. MaxPax did overextend. Has to pull back. Wait, is he adept? Is that the same adept? Okay, second adept, but it comes in, gets another probe. And that is 11 workers. 11 probes go down. Oracle goes for a bit of a drive-by there, gets another worker in the main. And this is brutal, and just like that, MaxPax, despite the later expansion, takes an economic lead. He is now ahead. Astrea warping across the map. Oracle's going ham. They take down the Stalker in the main. They wreak havoc here in the mineral line. Probes are going down left and right, and Astrea is all in. Astrea, he's forced all in at this point. This is game-ending damage. 19, 20 probes go down. GG gets called. There's a Void Ray on the way. There's a shield battery. There's an overcharge, and MaxPax will take the series 2-1. GG. Ay. GG, well played. That was more of what we saw yesterday. That's what I was referring to, where Astrea was going for these very greedy openers, and MaxPax was punishing him so hard yesterday. Exactly what we just saw in Game 3, where Astrea went for a gate expand into, 3 gates as a follow-up, and he was just pulled apart by Adept harass, by Zealot harass, by Oracle harass. In the end, Astrea was forced all in, but there was a shield battery and a Void Ray and an overcharge back at home. There was just nothing that Astrea could do. There was nothing he could do. GG, well played. He was punished for his greed. And MaxPax, he shows us that, again, he doesn't have to be the defender all the time. He can be the aggressor. He can punish his opponent if he needs to. So very well done. Very well done there by MaxPax. Advances on to the grand finals to face off against one of 2 players. Who's it going to be? Who will it be? MaxPax up against either Hero or Solar. There it is. Our next semifinals is ready for us. Let's go. Hero versus Solar in a best of 3 semifinals match.